everybody. This is Carrie Churchill here at Back in Touch Wellness, and we're doing another wellness vlog. And today I wanted to bring in our incredible acupuncturist and Chinese medicine practitioner, Emily Davidson. And her practice is actually called Ginkgo Acupuncture here within Back in Touch Wellness. So, Emily, I thought that we could start this vlog with kind of a Q&A where I'm going to ask some questions as if I were absolutely new to what you do. And because I have been in to see you and experience the medicine that you practice, and so I have my own insights and reflections on that. And but I want to ask questions now as if I had no idea what goes on in your office. So, Emily, could you tell me, as somebody I've just heard the word acupuncture, what is it, and what's acupuncture and Chinese medicine good for?
Sure, Carrie. Acupuncture is known as the insertion of fine needles. They're almost like little wires into specific points throughout the body. There's over 365 different points for things like pain relief, which is what most people have heard of it working for, immune system regulation, all kinds of different issues through digestive problems, skin disorders, all kinds of things. And so basically we're working through influencing meridians. There's at least 12 different meridians that are the primary meridians, and then we have some other divergent meridians and extra meridians that we work with as well. And the basic tenet of acupuncture is that wherever there is blockage, there is pain. And that could extend to wherever there is blockage in a meridian, there is a dysregulation. So basically through acupuncture, you can influence the health of someone's body. That's how we know about it. And it's been around for 5,000 years and just basically been mapped out in that amount of time. So it's really an ancient therapy, and it started from basically the use of stone type of needles that have, just as time has gone on, have modernized into very thin, sterile, single-use needles. So
Okay, and the Chinese medicine part of it, what does that entail?
Oh, Chinese medicine comprises many different parts. So Chinese medicine, we have your acupuncture part. We also have something called moxibustion, which is a heat therapy which uses the mugwort herb in either loose, kind of like wool, and that you can put on areas of the body, and light, creating a heat therapy. You can use that instead of needles, or stick type of mox. That's very wonderful. And then there's herbal medicine also. The Chinese, traditional Chinese medicine has its own pharmacopoeia, so that's another branch. And things like gua sha and cupping. And gua sha is a type of gentle scraping of the skin surface, and then you have cupping, which is a circulation enhancing method, actually.
Wow.
So many different parts to Chinese medicine.
And that's been going on for thousands of years.
Absolutely.
That's really cool.
Yes. It's truly ancient.
Okay, and so you mentioned pain, you mentioned digestive issues, you mentioned immune system regulation and issues. So that's if I'm getting sick a lot, or if I'm feeling kind of low energy,
Right.
or even allergies, asthma.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Allergies are very, very treatable with acupuncture and herbal medicine also. And also women's health is a very important aspect of Chinese medicine. So, many women have monthly cycles that need to be regulated and maybe are not regulated. They go around, many women feeling that, bad periods, very painful periods are normal. This is definitely not normal, and it can be fantastically helped with acupuncture and herbs too. So fertility is also something that I have extra training in, which is very effective when you use acupuncture for fertility, like things like IVF or IUI preparation can be very helpful and actually
Excellent.
increase outcomes of live birth. So
Wow, that's
very
great.
exciting stuff. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so acupuncture involves needles. What does that feel like during and after treatment?
Sure. Well, I'll tell you off the top that many people fall asleep on the table, actually. So it's pretty relaxing and calming. They are tiny little wire-like needles, and basically they are solid. They're not hollow like you would have at the doctor's office. There's about 20 of them that would fit into one hypodermic needle. So they're very flexible. They're very the technology of needle making is very advanced, and I use some very gentle, pain-free needles as well as technique. We have 3,500 hours of training in our programs. So basically, for the technique that we learn, it's very important that we create the most comfort for the patients. So there are a lot of people that are afraid of needles. Don't be afraid of needles. Just don't let that, stop you from trying. It's fantastic, and so many people leave feeling totally relaxed. So very comfortable, mostly very comfortable. Yeah.
And I'll vouch for my personal experience. It was like blissful sitting there. There's some heat lamps that are on you, and man, you float away. And then even after you took the needles out and I left for the day, I did feel a sense of regulation just in my whole body and my mind, where I just felt kind of even keel, a sense of, I don't know, happy focus. And it was just really, I don't know, it was a nice sense of, again, like regulation.
That's
So
great.
yeah,
That's great, and there's a lot of science behind that too. There's actually endogenous in like opioids that the body produces from getting that acupuncture stimulation.
Wow.
So there are natural responses that your body is creating to make you feel great, to help you sleep better, to help you feel like you don't feel pain. Actually, it's actually blockage. They help block that pain receptor, that gate to those perceptions of pain. So it's very, very interesting stuff.
that's great.
Yeah.
Even as we're talking and I'm realizing, let's go do a session. Excuse us. Just kidding. Okay. So, how did you get started doing acupuncture?
Oh, yeah, interesting story. I had terrible headaches in college, actually. Not migraine type, but like tension type headaches. And I was an English major, actually. So before I shifted gears, and I was doing a lot of writing, late nights, coffee, just deadlines. And so getting a lot of tension headaches. And I had a friend who actually was getting treatment for her allergies and had just had fantastic results. And so I grew up in Kentucky, where, like Tennessee, there's so much in the way of upper respiratory allergies. So she had gotten a lot of help with the acupuncture, and her allergies had significantly improved. And so I went for my headaches, and I was blown away. And I'm a skeptical person. I like information. I like to analyze how things work. And so I'm a curious person, I should say, actually. And so it really appealed to me, the whole process by which the acupuncturist came up with my diagnosis, through looking at my whole lifestyle, my habits, my diet, my everything. That, and then combined with the acupuncture treatment, I just had significant results, like 2 treatments, and I was feeling fantastic. The headaches had way dialed back, and then eventually went away. And then, so I would just go to him for follow-ups, and I was just blown away, and I decided to basically look into it. And I had researched schools for a while, and then I eventually went to school and bit the bullet and decided to study it. But I had come from a background of being interested in Western herbalism too, and studying up a lot on Western herbs and things like that, like John Christopher, or is it Christopher Powell? I forget his name exactly, but so I had read a lot, and so yeah, so Chinese medicine had all of it for me actually.
That's neat. And then the stories from your training years out in San Francisco are really neat stories. We don't have time today, but we'll come back for another installment because I love to hear that stuff.
Excellent.
All right, so Emily, why, out of all of the acupuncture Chinese medicine practitioners that we now have here in Nashville, which is great, we're rich, why would I choose to come see you here at Back in Touch Wellness?
I think because of the level of my experience, I feel that I've integrated a lot of what I personally practice in my daily life and my inner life also into what I do, as well as having experience with people like with chronic pain. Actually, survivors of domestic abuse actually was something that I volunteered in San Francisco with. And had a lot of experience with things like fertility. It's something I focused in on for a few years also, and worked at 2 different clinics that were mostly fertility, as well as my own practice. And so I think with the depth of experience that I've been practicing since 2008 and taken some extra courses in orthopedics and with chronic pain patients working in Louisville. I've had just a wealth of knowledge that I can put together and really tailor to a particular person's complaints. So, yeah, I think that's why. Back in Touch is a great place to be, too. I feel really touched that I found this place. Actually, it really I stumbled upon it. So it was really, really great to come across and be able to work with some really gifted healers here too, massage therapists, hypnotherapists, nutritionists, so there's a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and I think that there are absolutely complementary modalities going on here. That the acupuncture works great with the massage or some of the hypnotherapy, or the nutritional therapy. So I think that's really, really cool that everybody gets a chance to work together.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I guess the last question I have for you is, what the heck are you doing when you're not doing acupuncture and Chinese medicine?
Well, I love to dance, actually, a lot.
Oh, yeah.
And the last few years, I've been taking a lot more salsa lessons, and then I just started doing tango. I just really like being outdoors also, and Middle Tennessee is great for hiking and getting outdoors, and so I'm kind of new to the area, so I'm looking forward to delving into that, as well as getting more into dance too, tango and salsa. So
cool.
like
It
that.
sounds like you have great chi, Emily. That's wonderful.
Most days, I think so.
All right. Well, great. And last week, you guys, we had a Name That Plant trivia question, and you could get a discount on massage. And this week, we actually happen to know what plant this is. It's a lucky bamboo plant. And I just want to say thank you to our plant. Thank you for being here, plant, and we recognize you. And we don't really have any trivia this week. Can you think of anything?
Oh gosh. I can't really this week, actually. I'm trying to think of something New Year related. What is the year this year of in Chinese astrology? What is the animal? I guess. Yeah.
Good one.
What's the animal in Chinese astrology? Can you answer that question?
That's right. And if you can, then we will give you a discount on your next massage. First person. That's really cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Good one. On the fly, Emily Davidson. And that's all we've got for you this week, and we'll see you soon. Thank you from Back in Touch.
Bye-bye.
Bye.